Hello and welcome to True Guidance Tarot. I'm Adriana Teodoro-Dier. I'm a spiritual medium and intuitive reader. I have a message for Sagittarius. And to let you know how this works, I have asked my guides in spirit to bring a message through the cards that will be meaningful, relevant, and helpful to you this week as you navigate what's going on in your world. If you're new to this channel, thank you so much for being here. I strongly encourage you to subscribe so you can stay in contact with this high vibration information every week. And if you're returning, I am so indebted to your support. I am so grateful for your willingness to share this experience and also to consider the information that's coming through. So Sagittarius, I have to laugh. We were vibing on the same page this morning. I am teaching a class later on the minor arcana in the tarot, and I was thinking about the aces and how I was going to present it, and they're like all in your reading. So it's very funny to me. Let's get started. The energy around you this week that the universe is sending is this Ace of Cups. So let me just show you the next card. Surprise, surprise. It's another ace. We've got the Ace of Wands. We've got fire and water working together. So wands are the beginning of the journey, right? They're the starting points, the seeds. It's almost like they're not even tangible yet. And they are the spark of your heart, the spark of your intuition, the spark of your compassion starting to open up. So you see this. There's an opportunity for a new beginning, a new start somewhere. This could be a relationship, or it could be your relationship to something. It's something heart involved, something heart centered. And what I think is so interesting about these two cards is that they have this, oh, there's more fish on there than I thought. There's this theme of threes in both of these cards. There's three foxes here. There's actually three little mushrooms here. This fish, there's three big present ones, and actually I've never seen them before. I've had these cards for how long? There's three little fish in the background there. So we get this idea of creativity, that you're building something, and there's a divine spark that has awakened in your heart and in your soul. Not in your mind yet, but heart and soul, and you're feeling it before, it's like you're feeling it before you're even conscious of it. So let's get straight into the rest of this. So guess what your next card is? We've got the Ace of Pentacles. And let me do it this way. Ace of Pentacles goes into Three of Swords, goes into the Nine of Pentacles, and goes into the Page of Cups. So again, that theme of threes. There's three supporting lizards in addition to this one. So this is, I feel, you taking some steps. So you're kind of like, you've got these inclinations, you've got these little glimmers in your inside, in self. And so you try to find this, or you try to start putting your foot down on the earth, your feet down. You don't just have one foot. So this means you start trying to make it real. You start trying to make it tangible, something you can hold. And you've got your little salamander friends. In fact, actually, yeah, there's two groups of three. There's three on here, and then there's three up on the branch. It's just 333 is really hitting us right now. And three is that interesting creative number that brings together two opposite forces to make a new one. So, man plus woman equals baby. So 1 plus 1 equals 3, because you have three new individuals. So this is really a time of a lot of creative movement for you. However, here's our Three of Swords. The only ace you guys were missing was the sword, the Ace of Swords. So we're missing that connection to the divine through the mind. You've already felt it here through the heart, and you felt it here through your passion, but we've missed the divine connection. What is the deeper meaning, and what does this actually mean for my soul? And so it's almost like you're blindly trying to put this together on the earth, and you get discouraged. The Three of Swords. And what's funny about this, it's not funny, three swords, but one heart. So it's like the inverse of all these ace cards. So rather than, it's like the three things, the things you were trying to create, all of a sudden turn around and just kind of stop you. Like they stab into you, and it's like not working. It's almost like those three swords are these three aces. So you got started, you got moving, and then all of a sudden you were like, wait a second, there's like a moment of hesitation, whether it's doubt or discouragement. It's something that kind of stops you in your tracks, and then you feel alone. It's funny, like, isn't it, like these cards are turning inside out for you and for us in this reading, because we had aces, but they were surrounded by that creativity. That creativity lets you down, and then you feel alone and you're stuck. So the rest of this is an interesting, just kind of help, and I hope it's going to help buoy you up. So if you're at this point where you've hit a wall, this is especially talking to you. We've got the 9 of Pentacles next, and what's hilarious about 9, 3 times 3 is 9, right? 3 squared is 9. So all of those 3s we were seeing, they're going into here, the 9 of Pentacles, which is an awesome card to get. It's reminding you that at the journey, at the end of this journey, you're going to be creating and doing. And I just got the hugest amount of goosebumps down the side of my body. You're going to be, they're really trying to get this message strongly to you. You're doing something that you've always wanted to do, always wanted to have. That's where you're headed. It resonates so highly and so strongly on many levels. It's 333, right? So it was all of our aces magnified by 3, but coming together here in this 9 of Pentacles. And it's the desire, it's that lovely feeling of being connected in a deep way, not just to yourself, but to the world soul, to the vibration of the collective. But you're not connected in it, in like the feelings of it, you're connected in those inner vibrations of how it works. I'm struggling to explain this. It's like, you know, the golden ratio, that ratio of 3 that shows up in nature and in spirals. That's a big theme with this card, spiral. She's sitting, you see her, she's sitting on a shell. And that spiral of infinity. So it kind of gives us that hint that there's a divine working in nature, because we see it through geometry. We see it through the perfection of the natural world and those ratios that keep coming up. So it's like there's this underlying fabric that governs the way that nature unfolds. And you get to connect. I'm getting those goosebumps again, and now they're on the back of my head. You get to connect to that through whatever it is that this passion in this project is doing. So this is a big deal. This is not the time to be discouraged by this poor little Ace of Pentacles on his own not working out. This is not the time for that, because you're headed somewhere much bigger. What is stopping you is that emotional discouragement that happens when things get tough and when your mind is really challenged to stay focused. It's that emotional energy that gets you swamped. Page is sometimes the beginning of an intuition or the beginning of emotion, but it's also someone who's not really, it's easy for them to be swept away by what they're feeling rather than standing firm and taking it deeper or releasing it or analyzing it, whatever. They're just kind of like, I feel it, So that's what is stopping you from really understanding the bigger thing. And I have to say that this bigger thing may be a little bit of time out, like it may be a little bit in the future, but I mean, like I was saying, that I usually don't get physical sensations, and for me to get a physical sensation twice means that this thing is a big deal. What you're onto is a big deal. So it's not the time to let your emotions get the better of you, because it's the emotions that are creating these thoughts. What I would suggest is, if you are connected to tarot or you have access to a tarot, is to really meditate on that Ace of Swords card, because like I said, that's the one thing that we're missing. We need that Ace of Swords card to be in a much bigger harmony with you. So the Ace of Swords means that you've made a decision within your soul and you're going to stick to it and protect it at all costs. It also means it's like divine inspiration. It's that connection up through the crown chakra. So if any of this is resonating with you, decant it into your own into your own vessel and translate it however you need to. I can only really talk through the information they give me. So this is really about trying to connect your mind as well as your heart, as well as your practical steps on the earth, to what's going on. All three of these, all four of these types of cards have to be in harmony with each other for your purpose to really move forward. I was also thinking about the Magician card. So if you're a tarot reader, you'll know what I'm talking about. The Magician card has all four of these ace features on it. It's got a pentacle, a wand, a cup, and a sword. And he's a one as well. Ace is one. It's the presence of all four of those things that makes this thing manifest in the world. And right now, we're missing that. We're missing your mind to be aligned with what your heart and soul are telling you. So that is your job for the week. This is a big calling. I am super excited about this Nine of Pentacles card for you. I love this card anyway. It's just so beautiful with the stained glass and the green. But it was really, it's giving me good vibrations. If you're a Beach Boys fan, that's definitely what was happening with this card. So let me know if you've got some questions. And I also just wanted to let you know, if you're looking for one, I do private one-on-one readings over Zoom. So you can find out more on my website, trueguidancetarot.com. And I'm very much looking forward to seeing you next week. Have a good one.